Welcome to Ellie's late Parsha show.
My gosh, is that Lipa Shmeltzer?
This week is Parsha Vayishlach. And listen to Ellie, what he has to say.
Aw, thanks, Lipa. I don't really have much to say, though. I learned something that the Rebbe said, and I can share that. But first, we have an unpaid ad. Are you sick and tired of being freezing cold? Well, then move to Miami, because they've got this. Well, we have this. But truthfully, we know that the one thing that brings the most warmth in the world is the words of Torah. So, here's this week's late Parsha show. In the beginning of this week's Torah portion, we read about, or we learn about, or we experience, we watch Jacob as he prepares to meet his brother Esau, whom he just found out still hates his guts and wants to kill him. He prepares for this meeting in 3 ways. 1, 2, 3. Yes. I know how to count to 3. Way number 1, preparing for war. The guy wants to kill him. There may be a battle. Way number 2, prayer. He prayed to God that there should be no need for war, and if there would be, that he should be protected. And way number 3, sending him gifts to appease him, to cool him off, and maybe make him not want to kill him. Jacob was not, if you want to say, in the mood of doing these 3 things. But did he do them? Yes, he did. Although he was afraid of being killed or having to kill others, Jacob overcame himself and still prepared for war. Jacob in his prayer described how unworthy he felt of God's protection, and although he felt unworthy, he still prayed. And Jacob was very upset about having to give away much of what he owned to his hateful brother, but nevertheless he did it anyway. Sometimes there's stuff we gotta do. Nobody said it's gonna be easy, but if we gotta do them, let's do them. Come on, Ellie, you got a lot to finish. We see another specific lesson in the things that Jacob did. Preparing for war was an aggressive move. In holy language, gevura. It was a display of attitude showing that he was ready to deal with his brother. An act relating to a person. Preparing gifts was an act of kindness, or in the holy language, chesed. Also a display of attitude showing his brother, hey, we can get along, I hope. And finally, prayer. Prayer is something else completely, called rachamim or tiferes, an act relating to God. Which, where does that fall in from? I mean, he's trying to deal with his brother here. This isn't a random mix-up of things he did. This is Jacob doing everything he was capable of and all in his power to protect his family. This is Jacob teaching us to use all our capabilities to confront the problem we're facing, impurity and exile. Jacob was protecting his family from Esau. Parents must use all their abilities to protect their children from spiritual harm. And impurity only exists because we're in exile. So may we realize how gifted we are and use every ability that we have to spread light and bring the ultimate light of Mashiach now. The Late Parsha show this week is dedicated in honor and in loving memory of my Zayda, my grandfather, Reb Chaim Yisrael Yosef ben Harav Shlomo. His yard site, which means the anniversary of his passing, is on this Shabbos.
Here is the competition for Sheni V'Chamishi. We say l'chaim, and we're so happy.
May his soul ascend to ever higher levels and heights in heaven and descend again below in a body with the coming of Mashiach. May it happen now.
And we serve Hashem with love.